Good evening, fam. Good evening. I'm happy to have you guys here as always. Let me just check my mic real quick because I want to make sure that I have it on correctly. Great. So welcome to Mobile Home Mondays. It is another beautiful Monday, and I am here to share with you guys information, strategies, tips, information that you can actually take implement into your business to succeed. So I'm just going to quickly notify everybody, let them know that we are on, we are live, and tonight is going to be super, super awesome as always. But tonight I want to go over with you guys some really key information that I wish I knew. Okay, cool. So I've notified everybody. Everybody will start rolling in. Welcome to Mobile Home Mondays. Of course, let us know where you are tuning in from. Make sure you put in the comments where you are coming in from so that you guys can connect, build, be doing deals together. That is the purpose of our group. That is the purpose of Mobile Home Mondays, for you to learn this information, take it, and also to connect, to be able to do some deals. Okay. So tonight I want to share with you guys 5 things that I wish I knew before I started wholesaling mobile homes. So as you guys may know, we've been in the business for some time now, right? And as you grow, as you do more deals, do more business, there's just certain things that you wish that you would have known before you got started, so that either you could have gotten started earlier or you would have done things differently, right? So I want to share what that is with you guys tonight, so you can take advantage of that if you are just starting, if you're thinking about starting, or if you are already in the game. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. We got Alan in from San Antonio. I love your picture. Okay, so let's get into the first thing that I wish I knew about, or knew before I started wholesaling mobile homes. The first thing I wish I knew was the demand for mobile homes, right? So before we got into mobile homes, I heard about mobile homes years before. I actually heard about mobile homes before I even started wholesaling houses, right? So for those who are not familiar, I wholesaled houses for 5 years before we started wholesaling mobile homes, right? So I'd heard about it. And, just from misinformation or lack of information, right? We just instantly went with houses. It wasn't even a thought. It literally wasn't even a thought. It was like, oh, this sounds cool. Mobile homes, that sounds like a cool thing. Moving on, right? I wish and again, because of, again, the lack of knowledge, not really understanding, in my head, it's like, and I hear this quite often from people that are interested in getting in, like, are there even buyers who are, interested in mobile homes? If I get a deal, will I even be able to buy it, or will I be struggling to sell a mobile home, right? And the reality is that the demand for mobile homes is so high. If I knew then what I know now, that the demand is like, just is there, right? As long as you get a deal, it's a good deal. I mean, we are literally posting deals and getting 100 messages in days, okay, of people that are interested in these mobile homes. So, the again, lack of knowledge of knowing, like, will we be able to sell these homes? Is there anybody interested in mobile homes? Are there even any mobile homes where I'm at? Right? I wish that's something that we wish we would have known too. It's kind of like one of those things when you're driving around, right? You want a car, you get the new car, and all of a sudden you see your car everywhere, right? You see everywhere you go, you're like, oh my gosh, and you never saw that car so often because you weren't paying attention, right? It's the same thing with mobile homes. It's like, once we got into it, it was like, where were all these mobile home parks? Like, we were literally driving past all these mobile home parks all this time and didn't even see it, like literally had blinders onto it. So you just don't know how many there are, how abundant they are in your area, even because you're just not paying attention to it. You are, laser focus, right? Tunnel vision. So that's something else that I wish we knew before we got started, is just really the demand. Because if I would have known that, I would have gotten started a lot quicker. Okay, a lot sooner. The other thing I wish I knew is that Mobile home is personal property, right? So it's not real property. It can be real property, but for the most part, most of the mobile homes that we see and that we're familiar with are personal property. So what this caused was we were going into deals with or presenting, asking questions and trying to complete transactions as if they were real property, as if they were traditional regular houses. And the process is different, right? The questions that you need to ask are different. The things that you need in order to do your due diligence are different, right? The closing process is different. I mean, we go from taking 30 to 45 days to close on a house to literally closing the same day as soon as the buyer signs the contract. Okay, so I wish I had a better understanding of mobile homes being more like a car than a house, right? Particularly if it has a title, right? So if I had that in my mindset and said, "Oh, okay, we've purchased cars, right? I've gone to somebody's house, looked at the car, gave them the money, signed a bill of sale, right, and got the title, and we're out of there, right?" So if I would have thought about the simplicity of the process of buying a car, right? And had that in my mindset versus a house and like how complicated. And I was like, at that time we were already wholesaling houses. I was like, do I want to add to this process, right? Do I want to add to the complexities that we were already dealing with? Okay, so if I'd known ahead of time, again, the simplicity, the ease, and then also the right questions that I need to be asking a seller, one, I would have gotten started a lot quicker. And two, we probably would have gotten more deals quicker because we were asking the right questions. Okay. So if you're not asking the right questions or asking particular questions, sellers may wonder, about your credibility, right? Well, if you're not even asking about a title or, particular things pertaining to mobile homes, that they might not, excuse me, I apologize, that they might not even, consider you as being credible. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're asking the right questions. So that's number two. That is number two is, I wish I would have had the perspective of personal property versus real property and understand the ease of this process. Okay. All right, so let's get to number three. Number three. I wish I would have known that we don't need a license in order to wholesale mobile homes. Okay. Even though we got started, like once we got the information and we're like, okay, we're going to do this, we got started, but I spent a lot of time researching and figuring out what we needed to get a dealer's license, right? Calling here and calling there, like just spending a lot of time around trying to get a dealer's license. And I wish I would have known, again, just we didn't have to waste that time. We could have been just doing more deals, right? So you don't need a license. You don't need a dealer's license in particular to be able to wholesale mobile homes. Okay, because you're not purchasing them, your name is not going on the title, your name is not being recorded anywhere as a purchaser, right? You can do however many you want without a license. Okay. Now, if you're purchasing them, if you're flipping them or you're doing like these quick flips, right, and you're actually gaining control, you are becoming the owner of the title. Now it's a different conversation, right? As far as like a dealer's license, how many you can do in your state before you need a license, but to wholesale them, you don't. Okay, so wish I would have known that, right? Could have spent those hours of research and calling, doing something else. Okay. Let's see what else. Number four. I wish I would have known how profitable, and you're gonna want to definitely stay around for number five. And I might do something different at the end of this call. But remember, if you're here, post your questions. Mobile Home Mondays is meant for you to come get your questions answered. I share content and information and strategies and ideas that you can take away at the beginning of Mobile Home Mondays. But the last part, once we get done with that, is for you to ask your questions. Get your questions answered live. It's like a free coaching call for you to get started or progress from wherever you are. So make sure you start writing your questions in the comment section now. So once I tell you these last two, then we can hop into your questions and get your questions answered tonight. Okay. So number four, was it? Number four was I wish I knew how profitable mobile homes were. I really wish I knew how profitable they were. I thought like, okay, are we going to be able to make any money with mobile homes? Are we going to be spending just as much money to get these mobile homes as far as marketing expenses? So guys, we literally went from spending $10,000 a month marketing for houses, wholesaling houses, to $500 a month marketing for wholesale deals. Marketing for mobile home deals. Okay. Marketing for mobile home deals. And that is a huge, huge difference. But that doesn't exactly correlate to the profitability, right? What correlates to the profitability is let's say we were spending $10,000, right, to get a deal, okay, with traditional houses, right? So maybe we're spending $10,000 and we're making $20,000 from one deal, right? So that's like a $10,000 profit that we're making, right? Or 50, percent, 150, what would that be? 50% profit margin. Okay. No, 150% profit margin. There we go. So that's great, right? It's not like we were losing anyway. We were making money. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Wholesaling houses, we making a lot of money, right? But then we went to from doing that again to spending $500 to make nearly $5,000 on average for mobile homes. Okay. So the profitability margins literally skyrocketed because we're spending so much less and getting so much more in the realm of your profits, right? Your profit margins. So not only from the perspective of wholesaling, and this kind of goes into number 5 with mobile homes, of what I wish I knew, or what I wish we knew, is the amount of opportunities and the amount of options that there are with mobile homes for little to nothing. Okay. So yes, we're talking about wholesaling and talking about how profitable it is and how easy it is and how quick it is, right? And how much demand, all these great things. Okay. But not only from wholesaling can you make buku amounts of money without putting any money into the home. We're getting free mobile homes for 1,500, 3,000, right? And again, we're wholesaling these. So we're not, we don't have to put any money up. We're just getting them under contract and assigning those contracts. But then if you say, okay, well, a lot of times there's a progress. There is a plan in place. Most people are wholesaling because they're trying to build the capital to then transition to those passive streams, right? Maybe rentals or subject twos, right? Or seller financing. Okay. So there are so many options available in mobile homes. It's ridiculous. Once I got into this world of mobile homes and started learning and connecting with different investors and learning the options and the strategies and the techniques that they're using for little to nothing, literally sometimes $0 out of pocket, is insane. And it's just crazy. So you got, again, wholesaling, you got flipping. We're buying houses and flipping houses that we purchased for $6,000. You just can't do that with houses. You just can't do that with single family residents. Okay. You're not buying anything. And if you are, the likelihood, you're just not. Okay. So you're not getting that with houses, right? Being able to get these properties seller finance for $0 out of your pocket, and then quickly be able to sell it, or sell it on like a seller finance or a subject to or owner finance option, more so owner finance, or uh, seller finance, owner finance, same thing, right? Rent to own, also another option, okay? Not so much subject to, even though that is an option, sometimes. So, but all these different options, right? You have, you're buying them and renting them out, and just learning how profitable the rents are, and how people are making more profit on the rents of mobile homes than they are on the houses, because they pay, the rents are nearly the same, right? Yes, they're a little bit less, but they're nearly the same, but you paid significantly less for the mobile homes, right? So again, talking about your profit margins, right? Your cash on cash returns, it's crazy insane with the mobile homes. You just can't get these type of profit margins with houses because it costs too much, right? It just is what it is, right? So it was just it was crazy. It's just crazy. Like, you can rent rooms out, right? Now what we're getting into is converting these mobile homes. Like, what? Taking a mobile home that's personal property, right? Converting it to real property and making $80,000 profit, $100,000 profit. Like, there are investors doing this on a regular basis. Okay. So again, you can't do that with houses. A house is a house. It's already real property. There's no conversion, right? It is what it is. So just the amount of options is endless. Like, you got mobile home parks, right? You can create your own small park without having to like go through the process of making it a whole big park if it's less than a certain amount of mobile homes. I mean, it's insane. It is insane. I can go on and on, so I don't want to keep dragging it, but I get the point. It is a lot. There are a lot of options available for little to nothing in this space. Okay. And the last thing, and then I'm going to get to you guys' questions because I see the questions rolling in. Make sure you are leaving your questions so I can answer those tonight. The last thing that I wish I knew is that we can dominate our market, opposed to being in a space where we're trying to compete with so many others, in a market that's growing so fast, right? What I mean by that is with wholesaling houses, everybody is trying to wholesale houses now. You probably then talk to so many people who are trying to wholesale houses now. You probably thought about wholesaling houses. You might have tried to wholesale houses, right? And it's becoming increasingly more challenging. It's becoming increasingly more saturated, if you will. But what that leads to is it's becoming more expensive, okay? Because everybody's hitting the same list, right? We all call it a pre-foreclosure absentee list, right? It's the same exact thing, okay? It's the same. Everybody's literally. So we went from again, we were wholesaling houses for 5 years. Okay, well, 6 years. But we were literally having to do direct mail, cold calling. Like, we're hitting it from all types of ways, right? SMS, right? Hitting them from all different ways, because we would cold call these sellers and they would tell us we were the 10th person that called them that day. Okay, to coming over into mobile homes and dominating our market. Okay, dominating our market. There is nobody in the market that we're in, right? And I don't even, there's nobody in it, period. And I don't even, like, when I got into this space, I was connecting with people that were in my state, right? People that are in North Carolina. We just chose a area in North Carolina. We didn't know that we were choosing this initially. It seemed like a great market, had a lot of activity going on in reference to people buying and selling mobile homes. But we launched into that market, and nobody, I mean, we dominated. I mean, we had sheriffs sharing our contact information with people. It was just crazy. We had people talking about us and sharing our information. There was nobody else in that market, because mobile homes, although it is becoming a lot more popular, people are becoming a lot more familiar with that, especially just in like particular communities. Um, it's still very wide open. Like there's so many areas where where there aren't people who are aggressively, consistently marketing to mobile home owners. Okay, you have your mobile home parks, you have your park owners and people that are in these markets who, again, they have their parks and that's it, right? But there's not a lot of people like me and you out here that are, looking to wholesale or looking to flip or looking to pretty much do those two things, that are consistently marketing to these buyers or to these sellers, right? So when they get your marketing material or they see your marketing, it's just you. Who they're gonna call you, right? Then you're not competing against so many people. So out of everything, I think that is the one that really I wish I would have known, because we could have really gotten into this space and dominated so many more markets had we like started earlier. But the beautiful thing is that now is still such a good time to start. I get that question a lot. Well, is it too late? Like, can I get started now? And absolutely. Like when I tell you, it's like you always want to get ahead of the curve, and it seems like we're just always behind the curve on things, right? And it's like right now I can tell you you're on the curve, right? You're like right in the right ahead of it, like right ahead of it, because it's coming, it's moving, and it's moving quickly. So if it's something that you want to take advantage of, you want to start now. You want to start now. And it's those people that are going to be consistent with the marketing, consistent with the efforts, that are going to win and going to see long-term results from it, period. Okay. So make sure you guys get out there and get started. If you are interested in learning how to wholesale mobile homes, getting a mentor to help guide you, right, through this process, feel free to book a call with me. The link is in the description for you to book a call with me, for us to just talk about where you are, where you're trying to get to, and if it isn't, if working with me and me working with you is would make sense for both of us, right? So feel free to book a call. Love to chat with you and see if I can help you get to where you are, because as you guys may have already heard, we made six figures in the first 6 months wholesaling mobile homes, and we're helping our students achieve the same, right? So if you want that to be you, right, if you want an opportunity to make six figures by the end of the year, book that call, book that call, book that call, book that call. All right, so let's get into these questions. Make sure you post your questions for tonight. Are you wholesaling them? Yes, we are wholesaling them. We're wholesaling them. We have done quick flips, meaning we purchased it we purchased it and we immediately like listed it to resell it. It wasn't a fix and flip, because we didn't fix it up. We didn't renovate it. We just purchased it and resold it. Sometimes we'll do that if it's like a smoking deal and we don't want to lose the opportunity. It's like too good. We'll just go ahead and purchase it and resell it immediately. So like they call it wholesaling, or wholesaling or quick flip. We are flipping them. We've done a couple flips on the mobile homes, and now we are, as I share with you, focused on and trying to get into that space of doing the conversions. Good afternoon, Jasmine Gittins. Good afternoon. Guys, if you can for me, there should be a link in Facebook with a link to StreamYard. Click the link and add your name so that I can see your names when I'm on StreamYard, okay? Michelle Goodwin said, how do you keep sellers separate from the buyer when wholesaling? So the key to this really is more so being transparent in the first place, so that you're not concerned about like keeping them separate so much, because oftentimes you want to do that because you're not fully transparent with the seller. They don't really know what's going on, so you don't want them to be like communicating and stuff. But if you're being transparent with both parties, it's usually okay for them to communicate a little bit more. However, I don't just like typically allow just like, oh, you guys just go do whatever, right? Y'all can communicate with each other and I'm not involved. The way that we have it set up, everybody communicates with me. They don't exchange phone numbers or information. If they are together, I'm there, right? Or somebody is there. Usually my husband is there. When we are showing the property, for example, we'll gather all of our buyers before we go into the property, let them know, hey, go in there, take a look. If you have any questions or if you're interested and want to make an offer, come outside. We'll be outside. We can discuss and talk about everything outside so that we're not having those conversations directly in front of the seller, although the seller knows what we're doing. Those conversations, just as not to ruffle any feathers, cause any confusion or anything like that, we kind of have those conversations separate. So we'll usually just step out the house with the owner, or excuse me, with the buyers, if there's a conversation that needs to be had. But then once we choose our buyer, from there, we're pretty much closing. What are your marketing channels? So I have a whole video, several videos on what we do for marketing, but I can share with you like our 4 primary ways of like marketing if you're just getting started. One is bandit signs, right? Putting out bandit signs. It's a great way specifically for mobile homes. 2 is networking and connecting with park managers, right? Having the conversations, building relationships, and seeing how you can offer solutions to them. 3 is Facebook. And what's the last one? Well, I guess 3 and 4 would really be Facebook. How we utilize Facebook in a couple different ways to build relationships and to directly contact and reach out to sellers. Okay, so you can do a Facebook Marketplace, right, where you're directly reaching out to sellers. And we have a message, a specific message that we use that's really, really, really good, that we've tailored over time to get sellers to respond to us and to give us a call. And we use that, right, and we build relationships again on Facebook groups, particular Facebook groups that we join, and we have a post that we share in order to build that relationship. So build relationship with other investors, dealers, and other real estate investors in your market. I'm asking because I can't put bandit signs out in my area. Yeah, most areas don't permit, or they don't really like bandit signs. So I understand what you're saying. $6K for a property. What state though? It was in North Carolina. So we are in North Carolina. Yeah, we bought the property for $6,000. And all of the mobile homes that we have either purchased ourselves or have wholesaled, right? Because we're getting the properties, even if we're wholesaling them, we're getting them under contract, right? We're getting them under contract for a particular price. Oftentimes, we're getting these properties under contract for like $3,000. We get a lot for $1,500. We get free mobile homes. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of the highest price that we've got a mobile home locked up for. I want to say it's like around $6,000, honestly, because yeah, I can't think of. Maybe 9,000. I'm trying to remember. I think we did get one for 9,000. Okay. Are business cards needed when meeting with mobile home park managers? Business cards are, I mean, there's no reason that that you shouldn't have business cards. You absolutely can. It doesn't hurt to have business cards. It adds a level of professionalism. If you don't have business cards, though, don't allow that to be a hindrance. I mean, the first, once you get your first deal done, right, and you make a $5,000, you need to really have an idea of how you want to allocate your funds and reinvest into your business. So maybe you get some business cards once you close your first deal. If you don't have business cards, something that I like to do is when I'm talking to the park managers, and this is kind of one of our secrets that I'm sharing with you guys tonight. So the people that are watching tonight, you get this. This is something I usually keep in the pocket for our students. But when you are at the park and you meet with the park manager, right? If you don't have business cards, you can ask them for their phone number. Hey, what's the best number to reach you, right? And they're going to give you their phone number, usually like a cell phone number. And when you leave, or like right before, you leave, you get in your car before you drive off, just record a little quick video yourself. Hey, John, it was so great meeting you. I'm looking forward to doing business with you. And hey, this is my number. If you need anything, feel free to reach out to me. Boom. Send that message to them, right? And now they have your phone number, your face, your name, like everything, right? So I love doing that because it just instantly, one, builds more rapport, more credibility. They remember your face. Anytime you call them or text them, they're going to see that message. Like, oh, I remember that guy. I remember who that was. So that's a great tip. Okay. How much is a coaching? Book a call. We have a couple different options, but book a call. I love to share with you the value of the coaching program, along with the cost, of course, and also see where you are. Make sure that this is a fit for you as well as you are a fit for us. So book a call. Love to share with you what that looks like. Okay. Somebody said worth it. Yes, the mentorship definitely is worth it. Okay, I will say, if I must say so myself, but honestly, like I give a lot. My intention is really to help you guys understand the process, but more so to actually be getting some deals done. So, is it difficult to get a dealer's license and costly? So it really depends on your state and what your state requires from you. Okay, so some states might just require you to take a class, pass a test, and you're good to go. Some states, like North Carolina, require you to do that, and they require you to have a physical location. That's not your. So some places might be okay with you having using your house as a physical location. North Carolina doesn't. So you have to have a location outside of your primary residence for your business to get a dealer's license. Now, I know some people that are using their house, and I don't know how they got away with it. I really don't. But kudos to them. Kudos to them. Okay. But that is what they require. It requires you to actually have a physical location outside of your primary residence. So you would have to get, like, you would have to lease out a space in order to get your license in North Carolina. But you would have to check with your state to figure that out specifically. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So it looks like those were all the questions for tonight. I will give you guys one more minute. If you have any other questions, make sure you comment them right away. This is your opportunity to get free coaching session information for you to be out and go out and get some mobile home deals, guys. I absolutely love mobile homes. I appreciate you guys tuning into Mobile Home Mondays. As always, Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. And please, for me, just like the video, comment, whatever. Let Facebook know that this is some good stuff. I don't know if you can share the video, but if you can share the video, share the video. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. I want you guys to go out there and crush it. If you are on YouTube, make sure you join our Facebook group, Mobile Home Investing for Newbies. Get a lot of resources, tips, information, and a network for you to be able to connect with and do deals with. Derek said, I have a question. This is Derek. Okay, shoot, Derek, shoot. Post your question. Post your question. You got a couple seconds, so you can type fast. But yeah, guys, so Mobile Home Mondays here for you. Come here every single Monday, again, Eastern Standard Time, to ask questions. If you need anything, I'm here to help you. Derek, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to post your question. Otherwise, we're gonna roll out, and you can, DM me or wait till next week. All righty. All right. Cool beans. So, Mobile Home Mondays. Love you guys. Again, if you are interested, oh, maybe he got the question and I see something that just came in. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm in Maryland looking for help. How can I reach out to someone here? post in the group. Just post in the group that you're looking to connect with someone in Maryland. And I hope that somebody reaches out to you. Okay, Derek? So post in the group that you're looking to connect with people in Maryland. Okay? Awesome. All right, guys. Peace out. Talk to you soon.